everyone, I'm back for another video. Today I want to talk a little bit about big agencies versus smaller, or also known as boutique agencies. So we're going to go over some of the pros and the cons of signing with a big agency versus a smaller boutique agency. I've been signed with a smaller boutique agency, and I had a lot of good experiences there. And now that I'm signed with Ford, that would be my comparison with a big agency. Let's start off with some of the pros of a big agency. Ford, Wilhelmina, Elite, IMG usually carry good reputations when they're big agencies because they have a lot of girls who are supermodels, who are on the cover of magazines, who are in all these runway shows. So their reputation is usually really good. Usually with bigger agencies, you usually tend to get higher pay. When a client comes to a bigger agency, they usually know that typically they charge a little bit more than a smaller agency. Your agent may bargain and go back and forth to negotiate your pay with them, and they know that that's what bigger agencies do. So generally, when you're with a bigger agency, you will get higher pay. One of the #1 pros for signing with a big agency is that they have multiple locations. So if you sign with an LA office, maybe your agency also has a New York office and a Miami office, and the possibilities are endless because you can sign with multiple locations and in turn book more work, which is what you want to do. So when you sign with a bigger agency, you always have that opportunity to sign with a different office. One of the biggest cons to signing with a big agency is that there's a lot of talent signed with them. So there will be a lot of girls on their board, and you're just like a small piece of a really big puzzle. It's harder to get that one-on-one time with your agents because they're so busy and they're pulled in so many directions. They kind of have to prioritize who they give their time to and how they use their time. Now, my agent is really busy, but when I call her to ask her a question or see what she thinks about some photos, I maybe just take, like, she always takes the time to look at them, but her time is very limited because there's so much talent that she represents. Another major con about signing with the big agency or trying to sign with the big agency is that less than 1% of models sign with a major agency. So never feel like your dream is over because you didn't get signed by a big agency at an open call. There are always smaller agencies and boutique agencies that can book you work as well. So moving on to smaller boutique agencies, some of the pros of signing with a smaller or boutique agency, there's a lot of one-on-one time. Because they're smaller agencies, they don't sign as many girls. They kind of just focus in on whatever talent they have and they help develop them. So it's really nice to get that one-on-one time. Another pro is that it's easier to get signed with a smaller agency. That less than 1% statistics I gave you for the bigger agency, it definitely goes up dramatically here. I'm not sure exactly what the statistics are, but you're more likely to get signed with a smaller agency than you are with a bigger agency. Usually smaller agencies hone in on a smaller part of the market, so they find like their niche market, whether it be super high fashion models or just plus size models or commercial models. They usually focus in on a niche market, so they try to look for all the jobs in that certain market and try to get the girls booked for those jobs. So it's really good. Some of the cons to signing with a smaller agency is that the name isn't known, so it doesn't carry that when you say their name, which is not a big deal. But I remember when I was signed with a smaller agency, I had a couple of girls say, "Oh, well, who are you signed with?" And they would say the agency name, and they're like, "Oh, I've never heard of them before." Which is totally fine. As long as you're booking work and they're good to you, that's all that matters. And the major con for signing with a small agency is that they usually don't have locations anywhere else. Then you have to go to a different agency if you want to sign in New York, or if you want to sign in Miami, or at a different location or in a different market. So that's kind of a major con for signing with a smaller agency. The smaller agencies usually work with you to match you up with agencies in other cities if they don't have agencies there, of course. So I think that's about it for the pros and the cons for big agencies versus smaller boutique agencies. Of course, if you have questions, put them in the comment section and I will gladly get back to you. So until next time, bye.